Guys, welcome to Module 4. Module 4 will be working with multiple people, Slack and GitHub. Since this class is online, or whether it was in person, it'd be similar. So we're going to be utilizing the same skill sets, but this week we're going to learn some new things. We're going to learn, at this point you should have been introduced to Slack. There's a folder here called Sum1 CMPS262 online. That is for you guys to utilize that to communicate with each other privately. You could connect directly to a direct message as well. That's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. But the thing is, we want to learn a couple things. We want to learn how to set up branches. We talked about branch strategy in Module 1. But now we're going to set up a branch strategy because what we want to do is kind of play that continuous integration that we talked about before. So a couple things that we want to do in this case is normally the method that we've been following is we edit a file and then we run a script what happens when you run the script, it pushes the file to the GitHub area. We'll say GitHub staging, and then what happens next, file is moved to GitHub. Okay, so we've been following those strategies, which is fine, and we'll continue to do that. But what we want to do a little bit different now is we want to do a branch. So now we're going to push it to a branch. We'll call it dev. Okay, you'll make your changes. You'll do everything the same. You'll push it to branch, to dev. Then what will happen is you'll put in something called a pull request. A pull request is a way to assign a person to view your code. Okay, they will make. They'll be able to make modification. Well, depends on their access. So for that branch, you might want to give them master access so that they can make recommendations. They could advise to do, etc. something. Then you need to review that pull request. You need to either accept and merge changes into your dev branch. Then you need to push the changes to your master branch. Now what we're doing is taking a step back, because the master branch in our case is going to be the branch that we utilize for our master. But the dev branch is going to be the one that we share, and we allow people to make observations and so forth with it, which is key of what we're looking for in this week, is get used to sharing your code with others and having them make suggestions. So student will accept or not accept, that's up to you. You'll create a YouTube video presenting when you do the YouTube video this week, you'll want to talk about the things that you learned, more importantly, but show the things that you made, changes. What branch did you set up? Who did you work with? What were the suggestions that he or she made, and so forth. And that's kind of what we're looking for in this class. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go into the branch that we've been using, my first, which I have master. So if I click on master, it allows me to create a branch. I'm going to call it dev. And as you see here, all I have to do is click on create dev branch. And dev will have all the same files I have in master branch, which is fine. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead back to my code, go back over to Atom. I'm going to create a new page. This page will be called portfolio.html. And I'm just going to add, not much right now, just a couple of things here. Title, portfolio, I'll just put port. Title, I'll put P. This is just a test. I'm messing up on purpose so we can make some observations. Then we'll do body, and then we'll close out the body. We'll close out the heading. All right, cool. So we save that. Now, the thing is, it's going to be a little bit different. So let's go over to terminal. So things are gonna be a little bit different now, for now. So we're CD out of there. All right, so we have that portfolio. Now here's the thing that we're gonna learn. We need to see what branch that we're on. Now the thing is, we're out of that location. We're still in the integration area, so we need to push it over to our repo. So let's follow that method first. So what do? We copy. Let's do an ls just to make sure everything's good. All right, so we just created a portfolio. So what do? We copy R, and then we'll go portfolio. .html. Now we don't have to do the R because this is the first time we're doing it. And then I'll throw it out in my first repo. I'll CD into my first repo. I'll do an LSL. We have everything. All right. So what I want to do here is I want to type in get branch. It tells me what branch I'm currently on, which is master. That's not where we want to be at. So really, I don't want to have that file out in the master yet because we haven't approved of it. So let's remove that file from there. So remove. All right, so it's gone. Let's go back and make sure we have it in our other one. It's there, which is fine. So that's our staging area. We don't want that in the master branch. So let's go back to my first repo. Clear it real quick. And we want to see where we're at. So if you do get branch, shows we're a master. Now let's do get branch A. Look at that. We have master and head, but that's what we know that we have. But we know that we just created this new branch here, and this new branch is called dev. So what we need to do first is get that new branch and sync it up with our local environment. So what do? Get pull origin, hit enter. As you see right here, it shows that there's a new branch that was created called dev, and it pushes it down. So now if we do get branch, get branch A. Now it shows that dev branch. So now it recognizes, hey, there's a remote branch. It's called dev. We're going to utilize it. All right. So what we need to do is check out the branch, the local branch dev first. And so the first time you check it out is going to be different than the other times that you check it out. So the first time you're aligning your local with your remote. So this is very important. Make sure that your name of your local branch is the same as your remote branch. If it's not, it will be challenging to remember what branch goes to what. How are the two tied? So if I could do a get checkout -b, I put the name of my branch, which will be my local, and then I always mess this up. I always go backwards, so I probably got it wrong. That'll be local, and then if I do origin dev, which means here we're going to say, hey, check out this branch right here, dev, which is going to be local, and make it have a relationship with the remote one, and hit enter. All right, so as you see, I did it backwards. No, I did it right. Branch dev set up to track remote branch dev from origin. All right, so what that means is this guy right here is set up to track anything that makes changes on the remote branch. Okay, so now if I do a clear, and now if I do get branch, it should say dev. And you notice how it's highlighted and it's green. That means that's our current branch that we're on right now. And this one we're not on. So if we do an ls, we should only have the files that we know that are there. Okay, and that's fine. All right, so now we know that that portfolio file is something that we wanted to move up. So what I could do is do a CD and do an ls, and it takes us to this area right here. So we're just going to copy that over. Now it's only going to be in the dev branch. So I'll do the R just to get used to it. And we'll do portfolio.html, and then we'll push it over to my first repo. And boom, now we'll CD into my first repo, and we'll do an ls, it's there. And if we say what branch are we on again, just to make sure, we're in a dev branch. All right, so hopefully you follow me at this point. So now what we need to do is we need to check in that code. Okay, so get status like we've always did. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna add everything. I'm gonna commit everything. Adding new page to dev branch. and hit enter. And now we need to push it up to our dev branch. All right, so now at this point we pushed it up to our dev branch. We come up to our dev, less than a minute, there was a change. As you see here, portfolio is there. Now let's say we go over to our master branch. Portfolio shouldn't be there because we haven't moved it there. So now we're just sitting in the dev branch. Look at this, portfolio is sitting out there. If I click on it, it has what we did. All right, so this is step number one. So we accomplished this. This is what everyone has to do. Next step is we want to do a pull request. Okay, so we want to assign a pull request. So how do we do that? Do pull request. Dev was less than a minute. We'll do compare and pull request. If I click on it, right? All right. So you want to have some type of caption up here, adding a new page to dev branch. That was just taking the commit. And you could say, let's say that you're writing to, I set up another account called Landshark. I just added this page. Can you please review it? That's it. Thanks, Landshark. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, thanks, Jeff. I know who I am. All right, so I create a pull request. All right, so the request is there, but now what we need to do is we need to assign it to somebody. So click on this and find somebody, which I have Landshark. I don't know if it'll let me do it or not. I don't want to assign it to myself. Let's see here real quick. Not that one. I have another account set up. That's not it. That's not it either. Let me find it. This is where I need to Landshark Wine. So I have another guy called Landshark Wine, which is me. And I wanted to see if it'll let me choose it. I might have to add it as a contributor. All right, so let's see how we do that. Give me a second, bear with me. This is what we have to do. So we have to go, so we're already in our repo that we were just in. We're on our dev branch. You have to go over to settings. There's something called collaborators. And then we need to add somebody. So you could do, if I look up Landshark Wine, it should pop up. There it is. Let's see who else is in here. So this will pull up everything in GitHub. There we go. So I'll do that and add as a collaborator. So what it'll do is send an email out to that address. So let me go find my email. And you'll see what type of email you're going to get. Just give me a second. All right, so I get this email right here. Oh, where are we at? Saying Jeffrey J. Seaman has invited you. And then I'll just say view invitation. And all right, it's going to view it differently. So give me a second here. Because you know what? I'm signed in. I know why. Bear with me for a second because I'm signed in on that and it's going to remember that. So let's do this. I have to go into incognito, make this work. So let's go to Gmail, sign in. All right, let's see if it works this way. So it doesn't know who I am. Yep, accept invitation. All right, so now I've been accepted. The reason I did that is because it was just triggering back to my existing account who requested it and it just wouldn't work. So let's minimize this. We edit Landshark. So you'll have to do the same thing for the person that you're with. Let's go over to that pull request that we have. Click on it. We should now be able to assign it to someone. There you go. Click on assign Landshark Wine. It's been assigned and that's it. So he should get a notification of the assign. And that'll be our next video. Next video we'll come in and we'll show you what it looks like from being assigned and what to do from there. So this is video 1 for week 4. We showed you how to create a new branch, how to move stuff in, how to create a pull request, how to assign it to somebody, how to add a collaborator. So next what we'll do is show you how to go from there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.